Hello, young and smart friends. Welcome again to Chai with Current, your invaluable guide for civil services and all other entrance examinations. अभी कुछ 2 दिन पहले ही the Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinnari Vijayan, announced in the state that the state of Kerala has been successfully in completely eradicating extreme poverty from the state. For a state which has been very successful even in the past when it comes to reduction in poverty, when it comes to other human development indicators, this comes as a not really as a big surprise. But what really is extreme poverty and what has been eliminated from Kerala? Now, the definition of extreme poverty as per the World Bank is that if an Indian citizen spends less than $2.15 per day based on purchasing power parity, then that person is supposed to be living in extreme poverty. Adjusted for purchasing power parity means कि वो हिंदुस्तानी सिटीजन जो खरीद रहा है वो इंडियन प्राइसेस में खरीद रहा है, उसमें डॉलर नहीं आता है. By that estimate, about 2.5% of India lives in extreme poverty, and less than 0.5% of Kerala was living in extreme poverty. Now, Kerala has successfully eliminated even that, and for that, it has adopted a very unique bottoms up approach instead of a top down approach, and it has personally contacted more than 1 lakh people in Kerala who were living in extreme poverty and helped them. Coming back to extreme poverty and the World Bank, as I had mentioned earlier, $2.15 in purchasing power parity terms is the indicator, parameter, or measure of extreme poverty. And in India, too, by and large, extreme poverty has been eliminated. Just about 2.5% of Indians are poor. But Kerala has taken a very unique and different approach. In 2021, when Pinnari Vijayan and the Left Front won the assembly elections for the second consecutive time, they appointed 100,000 teachers, volunteers, and other civil servants to help the state eliminate extreme poverty. Now, these volunteers and officials fanned out across the state from the village to the panchayat to the taluka level, and they identified more than 1 lakh citizens of Kerala who were living in extreme poverty. Some had no food to eat, some had no house to live in, some had no access to any iCard which could have made them utilize welfare schemes benefits. So all these people were helped differently in a unique manner. Now, this kind of personal attention is possibly not a realistic solution in a vast country like India. But you have to give it to Kerala, no matter what the ideology, no matter what the political affiliation. Kerala is a phenomenal success story when it comes to not just poverty but also human development indicators. मैं आपको just एक उदाहरण देता हूँ. The infant mortality rate per 1,000 live births in Kerala is 5. In the United States, it is closer to 6, which means Kerala is doing better than United States. And the average for India is 25, which means infant mortality in India is 5 times that in Kerala. That is the kind of success that Kerala has achieved. But dear friends, इसमें और एक चीज देखने की बात है, which is I call the paradox of poverty eradication in Kerala. Kerala is very successful, no doubt about it. No one, whatever the ideology or political affiliation, will have to agree that Kerala is a role model state for India in these matters. But there is a very, very peculiar thing about Kerala also. Now, 20% of inward remittances which come from overseas Indians to India, out of that 20% goes to Kerala. More important than that, 25% of the net state GDP of Kerala is because of remittances from overseas Indians. That is because for the last 50 years or so, millions of Keralites have migrated initially to West Asia to earn a living and send money back home, and now they have also started migrating to North America, to Ireland, to even Japan, to Israel, and other countries. So the money keeps flowing in. But look at it this way, friends. What if the remittances stop? Very clearly, the role model state will be on the verge of an economics collapse. So, this kind of model of development is not sustainable in the long run, because you never know the way global geopolitics is changing. कहाँ कब क्या हो जाएगा, कहाँ remittances अटक जाएंगे, one just cannot tell. So it is not a sustainable model. And there is another peculiarity. Millions of Keralites have migrated. They include nurses who work in virtually all hospitals all across India and possibly in the world. But the local Keralites who have stayed back, they don't walk. So whatever work is there in Kerala, because there are hardly any factories or any massive industrialization, whatever work is there in Kerala is done by migrants from Bihar, West Bengal, and as some people allege, from illegal Bangladeshis. I have been to Kerala many times, and if you go to Kerala, you will be surprised to see Bangladeshi communities, colonies, and Bangladeshi West Bengal or Bangla hotels. Forgive my word, Bangladeshi. Bengali hotels. Now, that is another peculiarity and another contradiction. Here we have millions of Keralites migrating for greener pastures, and here you have Biharis and Bengalis migrating to Kerala for greener pastures. For how long will this model be sustainable? Possibly you could answer that, friends. And once again, let me repeat, please do subscribe to Chai with Current. Believe me, it will be immensely useful to you. Thank you, guys.